You have a beautiful office, Mrs. Davenport. Thanks for seeing me on such short notice. Glad to finally meet you as well, Jessica. It's a busy time. I've heard many wonderful things about your organization. I'm curious to learn more. I am happy to share and thrilled that you considered us. Let me start out by saying that I'm in between meetings and don't have that much time. I hope this won't be a problem. Sure, I understand, Mrs. Davenport. Call me Victoria. So, your organization Blameless Faces Foundation works as advocate for children in poverty and improve their lives through education. Is that correct? That's correct. We educate in order to reduce poverty. We believe through education, it gives children an opportunity to be successful. They too can be career-minded and job seekers. How do the children and their families survive from day to day? I'm just wondering how they can afford education if they can't even afford a meal from public or private donation, which allows us to purchase the staple foods such as a bag of rice, potatoes and greens, bottled water, vitamins, shoes, and various other urgent supplies are provided. What is the cost for them to attend your learning classes? Registration fees $25 per semester. Those with a high grade point average at the conclusion of each semester won't have to pay. Additionally, there is no other tuition cost. This is our Gift of Achievement Award program. This only pertains to poverty-stricken countries such as Liberia. We are still assessing appropriate and reasonable cost for the United States. Now that makes me very happy. How long have your organization been around, dear? We started in 2008. We wanted to do something positive for those women, children, and elderly that got killed during the 14-year war in Liberia. We want to keep them in memory. Many also continues to suffer from trauma and being homeless. Education is needed to offset some of these psychological behaviors. I remember the war. Very sad. 12-year-old boys and girls are raped and child trafficking has become an epidemic. Education is the key to any country's success. Have a firm knowledge base is essential. Liberia also faces another kind of war, which is the Ebola virus disease. What a pity for one country to go through so much. It does make you wonder how those who are financially stable take things for granted. Many children are dying daily from starvation and access to clean drinking water. Sometimes we complain just because we can hope that someone hears us. When was the last time we worried about something as simple as getting a clean glass of water? Don't get me started, but go on about your programs. Our programs are structured differently in accordance to the environment we are in. The ages of students are mixed. A kindergarten class could include adults. This is what you see in underdeveloped countries for the most part. We should appreciate living in America. This is so true. My heart goes out to those living under such horrific conditions. We understand that everyone can get the help they need, but it does not mean that we should stop trying. I certainly agree, Victoria. Some people think poverty is a choice. And others would say, these people are just lazy. If you ask them, they would tell you we are not lazy. Poverty chose us. These people are not stupid, they just lack the means to succeed. There's no government programs or food stamps to compensate. Do you know of anyone who chooses poverty? You are going to make me laugh. In answer to your question, I don't think so, Jessica. I got your point and you have made an appropriate observation. That's my reminder call about the meeting. I don't know which is more aggravating, the constant meetings or these constant reminders. Goodness, I'm so sorry for holding you up. No, please don't worry about it. I still have some time to spare. I just don't like to be late for things. Please, go on. In retrospect to the classes, we offer English, math, science, agriculture, and technology as our main core studies. As elective, we offer vocational and character building, just to name a few. They were all beneficial guide to success. You can visit the site as well at www.blamelessfacesfoundation.com. Wonderful. I love your concept and believe with the right partners, the sky is the limit. This could really help bridge the gap in poverty-stricken areas. How do you propose funding? I am sure this could get expensive. We plan to hold annual event as we have done in the past. We will continue to seek sponsorship and donation from kind-hearted people such as yourself. We also have some wonderful volunteers both here in the United States and Liberia. What's the cost to build a center? It costs between $30,000 and $40,000. Those that sponsor a center will have their personal name or organization's name engraved on the building. Students will be able to see that there are people in this world who are supportive of their growth and education. Sponsors also get a lifetime space for free with their ads on our website and a 2-year VIP seating for up to 5 people at any of our events. I like that idea very much. Sponsoring a center in some way will remind students someone is watching and that they are not alone. Exactly. Why is labor cost so cheap? I do understand the cost difference though. I wish it was that cheap to build a learning center in America. Maybe then parents would be able to save more for college rather than worrying about where their next dime is coming from. Each country has its own problems. Unfortunately, Liberia has it 3 times worse, and that may be an understatement. Labor is cheap because Liberians believe in education and knows it's an investment for their children. They are willing to volunteer time and skills. Most underdeveloped nation realizes that education is their ticket out of poverty. People want to learn if given the chance. We do offer cash incentives under emergency circumstances. They understand we are monetarily limited. Blameless Faces compensates with food, clothes and supplies. This is an investment for their country and community. If you don't mind saying, how have your organization managed to exist thus far? Our organization have always maintained itself through personal funding. The event helps too with cost. At times we've had to borrow, but we stay away from that aspect as much as possible. If we can't afford it, we don't overextend ourselves. We are pleased that we are becoming more recognized at such a fast rate. Requests comes in regularly from various third world countries with interest in our centers. We now need the extra financial support and can no longer continue to do it alone. Darling, no one can build anything alone, though it may appear that way. One may have an idea alone, but you will always need help from someone or somewhere in order to bring it to fruition. I love how you said that. We all should have those aha moments. Tell me quickly about the Ebola situation in Liberia as it currently stands. Let's see. Liberia's total cases is 7,797, laboratory confirmed cases is 2,946, and total deaths, 3,290. The overall total death cases for Africa and United States is 6,849. Many children left without parents. Oh my God. What a shame. That was a disaster, and let's hope that it never happens again. Fortunately, we at Humanity Enterprise were able to contribute a large donation to help with the situation. Things are a bit more neutralized regarding Ebola. Many wonderful organizations such as yours have been very helpful. The doctors, medical staff and volunteers from Liberia and all over the world have been awesome. Thanks for saying that. People always want to know they were appreciated even if they do have the money to give. I believe everyone has the potential to learn and live as decent human beings. Poverty is a penurious condition to live in. We as a global society and global village can do more. Children are dying when it's not necessary. The non-poor cannot expect to live in a better world if we forget about those in poverty. Poverty is undeniably cruel, and education is everyone's human right. I've got 2 minutes. I have really pushed my limit with this meeting. I have enjoyed talking with you. I've always said, we can either create leaders of the world, or destroyers of it. We all have to live in this world together. Why would we want to risk creating a situation for more people to turn to criminal activities? Because some who can afford the necessities of life believes in the phrase, out of sight, out of mind. This is not always true. How long will they be out of sight when they start breaking into your homes? We can make a difference. Instead of turning a child into a criminal, we can turn him into a doctor, a lawyer, teacher, and so forth. It's imperative that we inspire towards a global solution by making education popular and exerting a global change for peace. Our communities and countries are interconnected. Okay, my time is up. I will be in touch to let you know who we decided to give funding to next week. I feel that our partnership is exactly what is needed. Happy holidays. You never know where Santa will show up. This is weird.
It's not so bad. Merry Christmas, young lady. And thanks for the wonderful job you are doing at Blameless Faces Foundation.
Thank you. Merry Christmas to you. That's the elevator. Got to run.